parents, for today's activity your child will be making a rainbow fish out of an empty water bottle. So you will need an empty water bottle. This part you're going to need to do ahead of time. You're going to take the bottom of the water bottle and smush it. So here's one that I've already cut. Smush it down. I took the bottom part, it was folded over a little bit, and I just cut that off. And then I cut two triangles, one here and one here. And they're not sharp, so they should be okay for them to touch. And then it kind of opens back up to make a little fish. They're gonna also need a variety of different colors of tissue paper. Whatever you have on hand is fine. They're gonna need a silver little piece of foil that they can use as a little rainbow fish scale, a paintbrush, some glue in a little bowl with a little bit of water added to it, and a Sharpie. All right, that's it. Thank you. Hi TLC friends, it's Miss Dana from TLC Preschool in Gilroy. We're here today, we're going to talk about the letter F. We're going to read a story about rainbow fish, we're going to do an art project, and we're going to do some counting and numbers. But let's start with our letter F. To make a letter F, you're going to start at the top, boppity bop, go down, go back up, over, and over. And that is our uppercase F. Our lowercase F, you start over here, and it's like a little hook. Goes around and stop, and then across right in the middle. There you go. And the F says F. And I can think of some words that start with F. I have fish, I have far, I have free, I have fan, and family, and let's see, fast. Oh, I can think of two numbers that start with F. 4 and 5 both start with F. Let's see, oh, fun. We always have lots of fun. TLC. What else do I have? How about fire? All right, let's go ahead and circle our F's. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm going to write 10 up here. It's a 1 and a 0. We have 10 F's. And the F says, and we can sing that together. The F says, the F says, every letter makes a sound. The F says. Okay, we're gonna go downstairs. I happen to have at my cabin here at Shaver Lake, I have a room that we call the fish room. And I'm going to read you a story called The Rainbow Fish in the fish room. So I'll see you down there. Hello, we're down here in the fish room and we're going to read our story called The Rainbow Fish. And The Rainbow Fish was translated, it looks like, by J. Allison James. And Mark Feister, I don't know if he wrote the book and drew the pictures. I'm not completely sure on that, but it was translated by this person. And it was published by North South Books in New York. A long way out in the deep blue sea, there lived a fish. Not just an ordinary fish, but the most beautiful fish in the entire ocean. His scales were every shade of blue and green and purple, with sparkling silver scales among them. The other fish were amazed at his beauty. They called him Rainbow Fish. "Come on, Rainbow Fish," they would call. "Come and play with us." But the Rainbow Fish would just glide past, proud and silent, letting his scales shimmer. One day, a little blue fish followed after him. "Rainbow Fish," he called, "wait for me. Please give me one of your shiny scales. They are so wonderful and you have so many." "You want me to give you one of my special scales? Who do you think you are?" cried the Rainbow Fish. "Get away from me." Shocked, the little blue fish swam away. He was so upset, he told all his friends what had happened. From then on, no one would have anything to do with the Rainbow Fish. They turned away whenever he swam by. He was not very nice. It's not a good way to make friends. What good were the dazzling, shimmering scales with no one to admire them? Now he was the loneliest fish in the entire ocean. One day, he poured out his troubles to the starfish. "I really am beautiful. Why doesn't anybody like me?" "I can't answer that for you," said the starfish, "but if you go beyond the coral reef to a deep cave, you will find the wise octopus, and maybe she can help you." The Rainbow Fish found the cave. It was very dark inside and he couldn't see anything. Then suddenly 2 eyes caught him in their glare, and the octopus emerged from the darkness. "I have been waiting for you," said the octopus with a deep voice. "The waves had told me your story. This is my advice. Give a glittering scale to each of the other fish. You will no longer be the most beautiful fish in the sea, but you will discover how to be happy." I can't," the Rainbow Fish started to say, but the octopus had already disappeared into a dark cloud of ink. "Give away my scales? My beautiful shining scales? Never! How could I ever be happy without them?" Suddenly, he felt the light touch of a fin. The little blue fish was back. "Rainbow Fish, please, don't be angry. I just want one little scale." The Rainbow Fish wavered. "Only one very, very small shimmery scale," he thought. "Well, maybe I wouldn't miss just one." Carefully, the Rainbow Fish pulled out the smallest scale and gave it to the little fish. Thank you very much," the little blue fish bubbled playfully as he tucked the shiny scale in among his blue ones. A rather peculiar feeling came over the Rainbow Fish. For a long time, he watched the little blue fish swim back and forth with his new scale glittering in the water. The little blue fish whizzed through the ocean with his scale flashing, so it didn't take long before the Rainbow Fish was surrounded by the other fish. Everyone wanted a glittery scale. The Rainbow Fish shared his scales left and right, and the more he gave away, the more delighted he became. When the water around him filled with glimmering scales, he at last felt at home among the other fish. Finally, the Rainbow Fish had only one shining scale left. His most prized possessions had been given away, yet he was very happy. "Come on, Rainbow Fish," they called. "Come and play with us." "Here I come," said the Rainbow Fish, and happy as a splash, he swam off to join his friends. Let's count the fish that we have here. How many friends does our Rainbow Fish have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and here's our Rainbow Fish, makes number 9. So he had to give away his scales in order to be happy. He gave away something that meant a lot to him. He was kind of being a scale hog for a little while there in the very beginning, but then when he gave them away, He made all sorts of friends, and he got to see the glittery scales in the water around him, and it made him happy. All right, we're gonna go upstairs and make our own rainbow fish. I'll see you up there. Okay, so for our project today, we're gonna be making a rainbow fish out of a water bottle. And I think your mom or dad has already cut the water bottle for you. So you're going to use your paintbrush and you're gonna dip it into the glue water. It's glue and water mixed together. And I'm gonna put a little bit on here. It's gonna be kind of runny. So you just kind of put some on. We're gonna work in little batches. And then I'm gonna put some different colors of tissue paper all over my fish on that. And if you have different colors, that would look nice too. You can even take your paintbrush and go over the top so it kind of sticks down a little bit because you want it to be pretty wet. You want it to all stick on there. I'm gonna put some more on here, go around my whole fish. I may not finish mine, I may let you finish the rest of it. We'll see how long this takes me to put on here. Little pieces on, like this. Another piece on here, another piece on here. That one has two, but that's all right. Another one here, here we go, peel it off. And I'm gonna keep going over the top a little bit to kind of glue it down. The nice thing about this is you can kind of hold on to this, put your finger inside the tail and kind of hold on a little bit. Make sure that all kind of goes down. Another little bit over here. You can put some on his tail too. Around him a little bit. Keep one there. Put some more on here to glue it down. Another piece here. On top of that. Now I can hold on to through his mouth. I can put my finger here and I can do a little bit on his tail. You're just going to cover as much of him as you'd like and just kind of going quickly on mine. Okay. All right, I'm going to stop there because you can kind of see now how it's going to look. And you can add more to yours if you'd like. I'm going to let that dry, and while that's drying, I'm going to talk about two numbers that start with F. So I'm going to put that down for a minute and just let it sit just for a second. And we'll come back to that at the very end and finish it up. All right. Let me get my counters. Alright, we have two numbers that start with F. We're going to start with the first number. Does anybody know what this number is? It's number 4. Let's count 4 of my red fish down here. I have 4. They're actually sharks, but sharks are fish. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I have 4 red fish. All right, I'm gonna play with that a little bit. And I'm gonna make 4 out of some other things. So I have 1 blue fish, and I'm gonna count up to 4, and I'm gonna use the rest with my red. So I have 1 blue. This is number 2, 3, and 4. How many blue fish do I have? I have 1 blue fish. plus I have how many redfish? 1, 2, 3. And 1 plus 3 equals 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, let's do another one. This time I'm going to do 2 bluefish. 1, 2, and I need to get up to 4. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4. How many bluefish do I have? I have 2 bluefish plus how many redfish? 1, 2, and I have 2 plus 2. Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4 equals 4. Okay, let's do another one. This time, I think I'll do them all blue. And how many bluefish do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4. How many redfish do I have? No redfish, that's 0. So 4 plus 0 equals 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we can do the same thing with our number 5. Let's look at number 5. Let me erase these. Here's our number 5. We go over, down, and a big belly. All right, let's count to 5 with my blue fish. Count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I have 5 blue fish. All right, let's start with just 1 blue fish. And I want to make 5, so I'm going to need some red ones. So I have 1 blue fish. I'm going to write him up here. 1 blue fish plus, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many redfish do I have? Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1 blue fish plus 4 redfish equals 5. And 5 starts with our letter F today. Okay, we have, let's do 2 blue fish. So I have 1, 2. I need to get to 5. I wonder how many I'm going to need. Let's count them. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many redfish did I use? I used 1, 2, 3. So I have 2 bluefish plus 3 redfish equals 5 fish altogether. All right, let's go back to all of my bluefish. My bluefish are all swimming in the sea. Here they are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bluefish. How many redfish do I have? I have 0. 5 plus 0 equals 5. Okay, so we talked about the number 4 and the number 5. So number 4, let me show you one more thing. Erase that. Here's our number 4. And that's how we write the number 4. But if we were going to spell the number 4, we would spell it with an F. O-U-R. If we were going to write the number 5, we write it like this. And if we were going to write it as a word, we would write it like this. Starts with an F, I, E, E. And they both start with F. Okay, well, thanks for hanging out with me today. It was fun to talk about rainbow fish. It was fun to talk about different words that start with F, and to talk about our number 4 and our number 5, and to make our rainbow fish. Oh, and I almost forgot to finish our... Here's my rainbow fish. Now remember, he had a special scale that needs needs to go on the rainbow fish. I'm gonna put a little bit of glue on here. I'm gonna stick my special silver scale on there, and I'm gonna add a little bit more glue so it'll hold down. Now yours is probably still drying, like mine is. It's kind of dripping on my fingers. When it is all dry, you can add an eyeball. Now you might do it with a marker. You'll have to ask Mom if you can use a Sharpie, or Dad. I think I can still put it right here. It's hard to see. It's still a little wet. Or if you have some wiggle eyes, you can put those on, or some little pieces of paper. But there you go. There's our cute little water bottle rainbow fish. All right, thank you for hanging out with me. It was a lot of fun to see you today, my friends. All right, I'll see you next time. Have a good night.